politics, governance, issues affecting the people, the economy, State in Focus, weekdays on EBS.
Yes, good morning and welcome to the program State in Focus from Edo Broadcast Station Reloaded. And I'm your anchor as always. I am Ogunseri. Thank you for joining us. And this morning, the topic for discussion, we're focusing again on the youth. Who is the youth and the role of youth in the leadership of our beloved country. What are the prospects ahead for youth in the Niger Delta, in Edo State? And we also look at how indeed the youth have failed in this country, our beloved country Nigeria, and looking at some of the precedents that our elders have set. Is it encouraging? Is it such that the youth want to remain here? And like they say in the jackbarring spirit, is it over, or we have more waiting to go in drones just because of the kind of hardship that continue to be with our country, Nigeria? Well, joining me to look at these and more is a very special guest. I'd like to welcome Comrade Scott Ogunseri. Comrade Scott Ogunseri is the new National President, Niger Delta Students Union Government. I'd like to welcome you to the show this morning.
Thank you very much. I'm happy to be here.
Okay. By the way, your attire represents you very warmly, and you look good, by the way.
Thank you. I'm blushing.
Okay. I will find out how much you can blush. Okay, let's get down to the issues on ground. Just a couple of days ago, or a week ago now, we had two other members from the Youth Council, but they came in, to look at the issues that continue to bedevil the average Nigerian youth. And one of the things that they said was the fact that a lot of youth are not encouraged because the atmosphere and environment is such that forces them, is such that discourages them from staying put in our country. So I'd like to ask you, a youth in Nigeria, is there hope for the Nigerian youth? Especially when we look at how much we're supposed to be allowed to breathe.
Well, we have been taught to be positive, and I would say yes, there's hope for the youth in Nigeria, especially that youth who is determined, that youth who is strong, against all odds, against what the society have to offer to us. We just have to keep pushing. An average Nigerian youth is intelligent, even without education. So just imagine. That's why if you see Nigerians anywhere in the world, they are doing very well. It's because we are intelligent, we are special, we are professionals. So the society is one thing, or the country is one thing that is setting the youths backward, and that's why we keep letting our voice, begging everyone who is in power, and both the private companies, everyone, including you yourself, we all have a role to play to make this country a better one. So, to answer your question straight, there is hope for the Nigerians.
All right, the hope that stares you and I in the face, is it a renewed hope, like they say at the national level? And for the Nigerian youth, when you talk about everyone playing their role, but if a youth who is determined, intelligent, and purposeful has gone to school and finished school, and then he or she comes out and there's no employment, what kind of hope will you be saying to that Nigerian?
Yes, talking about renew hope, it's just as the English sounds. Renew hope. That will tell you we need to keep hoping. a hope that is brought to life. Sure you get. When you don't have hope in life, that's death already.
Because the average Nigerian youth will say that we never had any form of hope, not to talk of a renewed one.
There used to be hope before, and there's no hope. Maybe now the hope is not forthcoming.
It's dwindling.
So that's why I believe that's why the president has said we have a renewed hope. For him to have that word,
Slogan.
that means him himself have been able to know, or rather identify the problem that the hope is shaking. So now a renewed hope. To be frank, talking about after school, no job, this and that. That's why I have written a letter to the Minister of Education to please, our country needs our education system in the review. Do you understand? You can see we are doing well in some of this work that our youths do go learn.
Entrepreneurial skills,
artisans, we are doing well. So the university, I will plead with the Minister of Education, the university system, instead of teaching us what we don't want or what we will not jam in the future, why don't you just take 2 years of the 4 years of your BSc, or a year and a half, to ensure that the CED you do, like in my school, we do CED for one section. Do you understand? So that time is small. They should make it a year or 2 years. So by the time you're done, if you want to go for photography, if you want to go for makeup, if you want to go for wedding, if you want to go for anything, you must have learned that. It will be
there.
It will be there.
Okay, while you're still at school.
Yes, while you're still at school. So doing that, we'll be able to solve unemployment problem. And secondly, most of our people can be able to be CEOs of their own and also employ people. And also there should be a kind of prestige that will be added to that job. Do you understand? So that just as you're proud to say I'm a BSc holder, I'm an HND holder. So you should also be proud I'm a welder. I'm an engineer. Now we say mechanical engineer. They will not call the other ones mechanic. Do you understand? An engineer is an engineer. The reason why you're calling this other one,
he works with the computer, and the other one is doing the manual thing.
The truth is, yes. You know, sometimes some of those guys we call mechanic are even more sound and better than the ones that work with computer.
Because of the experience.
Yes, I have a special case of that. After they must have diagnosed, oh yeah, do the thing now. Then you fall back to the young man in the streets, because that young man have repaired up to 20 of that car. Now you will not pay the one that have used computer 1 million. They come and give the mechanic peanuts. So if the government see how you can restore the hope and prestige of this mechanic, then it doesn't look less of itself, it will make more money, and
raise their morale.
Even then teach them. It can be a special program for them. Issue them a certificate.
Okay.
So they can make more money. Truth. And in fact, Nigeria is.
Okay, now that you're talking about the mechanic job, or the act of doing that mechanical job, I remember again that the state government had one lady mechanic that was very popular at a time, and then she had a number of students, that she had trained, but like you said, giving them all that level of class, will help to boost more persons, to go into that kind of venture. But I'd like to find out from you, for you as a president of the Niger Delta student body, who will look at students and look at their concerns. You mentioned a while ago about the degradation in the educational sector and how you have written. Beyond writing, by experience, what are the things that you have seen that continue to besiege our educational system and in turn affect the average youth when they graduate, and then they cannot most of the time vouch for the results that they present?
Yeah, one of the things is what I said earlier is, first of all, what are you teaching the student in school? Are they the things they're going to meet in the future? Is it going to be helpful to them? If no, then why stressing them? Why stressing the brain? Go straight to the point. Teach them what they want or what they will meet in the future. Then talking about degradation, yes, and outside what they are teaching us, the students need a lot of support. A lot of support. No, only few states in Nigeria have plans for bursary for students, have plans for student loans, have plans for scholarship. For crying out loud, I was able to storm into a publication of one senator who is doing scholarship for his constituency. I wrote a letter to him and I said, "Thumbs up, sir, God bless you. If all these honorables, as they are giving them lot of plenty, take out if it's 2 million, 5 million, do your own scholarship scheme individually in your states. You must have taken some burden of students who are in need away from the governor, away from the president, and all that. So I think what we need, Nigeria, we have all we need. I think our major problem is I don't care attitude. It's not directly connected to me. Why should I do it? And also, you have enough to waste. Why wasting this so much? Later, after you leave office, EBS start looking for you. But even if you are spending your money wisely, if EFC is looking for you, say, I use the money to do this thing. That's on the lighter note, actually.
Transparency.
So I'm using this medium to call up on all the senators, all the House of Rep, all the House of Assembly members. Please, honorables, distinguished honorables, God will bless you all. Do something. If you all can even pick 5 students or 10 students and do something for them, it takes out a lot of burden. If I open my WhatsApp messages for you, you can show it to the public. You see, Mr. President, sir, this a lot
demands.
Yes, and
overwhelming demands from students calling on you.
Yes, and you are not seeing this because they cannot access you. So we that can access you, listen to us. Like what I told one House of Rep member I met in Abuja. I told him, I said, sir, he says, Scott, take this for your transport. I came to Abuja. I said, sir, you actually have transport. Please, can you
but my people, they don't have.
Yes, can you just look into that document I gave to you? Yes, I have transport. Look into that document. That's why I came down. That's why I left my studies to come and meet you. Do something. And for the companies who are saying they are doing XYZ, we are not seeing it. If you do something for me, for example, now, my sister, I should be able to tell you thank you. So many students are you seeing in the social media, in the internet, or in the print media saying thank you? No, because they're not saying it. You will do 1% and you go ahead and announce 100%. So it's all fraud. It's all it's deceits.
Okay, we want to appreciate as many persons who have tried and continue to look into the welfare of the Nigerian students, especially even at a local level here. One man who stands out again and again is one Matthew, pharmacist Matthew Roide, who just passed out from the Senate house, and then he was retiring home. He had written a book, and then he wrote in that book because he said he wanted to be a living document for people to read and look at the document as to how many students he had given scholarship to. I think other individuals, other politicians, other members of the House of Rep should also do same. And when they do same, I'm sure that a lot of good would have been done to the Nigerian students. Okay, let me ask you, in the area of restoring packages, giving grants, giving loans, I mean, apart from the senators doing this, from your end, you came into office barely 3 months now. What has your body done to call on the attention of all of these people that should collaborate with you? But at your own local level, what have you done? What have you begun with?
Okay, on my own level, we have been able to, currently we are doing training the students on 3D animation. The class starts on Friday, and you'll be surprised, over 1,200 students are registered to participate in
online.
Online, that tech program. and also we have a lot of programs lined up. 14 of them. My team keep asking me, say, Mr. President, how do we achieve all this? I said, don't worry, we will achieve it. Barely just 2 months plus in office, we've been able to get, because my department is computer science, so I've been able to create a website for the union, and also we've been able to do a national press conference to call on IOCs, NDDC, and private companies to please look into the welfare of the students. And we also have been able to raise just little amount of entrepreneurs, student entrepreneurs within our campuses. What we do, we just do a little research and see those that are really
indigent
yes,
students.
Yes, and we're able to, in some campuses, we're able to raise as small as 50,000 naira. They're able to give some of these students to start up something. And trust me, they are doing well. Even sometimes, in our last press conference, some of them, Mr. President, I want to donate money to support this press conference. We were happy. And I was in a lounge in Port Harcourt some weeks back, and I saw a very beautiful lady. The way she speak, man, I said, this girl must be intelligent. I said, are you in school? She said, no. I said, why? She said, no money. I said, really? I said, do you have your wife? She said, yes. Can I see? She opened her phone and showed me her wife. She made her wife. I told my surgeon immediately, I said, you must get this girl contest. There was an honorable that hosted us in that place. I said, honorable, you must join us to give this girl scholarship. Because I'm talking to you now, if such a girl, how intelligent she is, because she don't want to indulge,
opportunity.
Yeah, she don't want to indulge into
social vices.
Social vices. She said to go and start working and get small money. And some of all these companies or all these business owners don't even help issues. How can you be paying somebody as small as 15,000, 20,000 a month? What are they going to use the money for? So I see greed everywhere. Actually, everything is just like it's not working, and nobody cared to pay attention to it. I know since I become the president, I stopped criticizing governors. I stopped criticizing the president.
Because they say that when you are eating, you don't talk. Why did you stop criticizing them?
No, the workload. Criticizing them in the essence that I used to tell one of my very good friends, who is an honorable, I said, I call you, don't pick, you don't reply in thesis. But since I assumed this national office, I know why some of them don't pick.
If you're already speaking like this at this local level, it means that when you also get to the apex, you will also not pick your calls.
Yes.
Is that what you're encouraging them to do?
No, I'm not saying. I'm saying the calls increases. Do you understand? So most times, if you call someone immediately now, you expect him to pick. Just like as I'm on set with you. Now, if somebody is trying to call me, at least I don't pick ethics-wise, right?
No, you're not expected to.
So you can return the calls later. Here you get. So what I'm trying to say, our leaders are busy. So we appreciate them, we understand what they are facing.
So you're making excuses for our leaders?
No, I'm not making, don't put me this way. What I'm saying is, they are busy. We appreciate them being busy. But challenge that being busy to what we favor us. Do you understand?
Create time for us.
Yes.
I mean, despite your busy schedules.
Yes, create time. Even if you don't want to create the time, just, if I don't pick our calls, but let us be seeing the outcome of it's all your calls we want to actually take. Do you understand? So, like I told one guy from Bayelsa, he said, President, I've been trying to reach you for 1 week. I said, I'm sorry. I said, it's only in the evening you used to. Let me have slept. I said, that's not the time. That's the free time I have. I said, okay, why? He said, why are you reaching me? He said, I want to tell you that you try and plan a program, but I now saw that you have a program you're already planning this week. Then I now said, don't need for me to call you again. I said, thank God I did not pick your call. I was busy planning this program to solve the reason why you were trying to call. So I think I intentionally decided to stop criticizing leaders and see how we can do the begging pattern. We just want to beg them. Just want to beg them. Because if you criticize, I think we've criticized from since 1990. I think nothing has happened. Maybe beg might touch their conscience.
Okay. So you have decided to change your strategy as a youth.
Yeah, to start begging.
Okay. Begging for what is yours. Don't you also think that is a misnomer?
Yes.
Because of the fact that Nigeria's situation, it's a very pitiable one.
Yeah. Yes, it's begging for what is yours is a big concern. Now you know this notepad is mine, and I'm begging to give to me.
You should demand it from me because it is yours.
Yeah,
and if I've wrongfully taken it, you should insist that I give it back to you.
Because you have the power. If I demand it, and you try to match me with your power,
that would be oppression. And I know that the average youth of Nigeria or in Nigeria will not accept any oppression of any sort.
Yes, we will not accept oppression. I agree. But I think when begging, there's one thing my mom has taught. If I beg you, there's a limit I will beg you. By the time I show you my strength, you will become weak. If I tell you and I say, but this person has been begging you, you become weak. Just like what I'm telling the...
So there's wisdom in this.
Yeah, that's what I keep telling the IOCs, and after doing my press conference, some of our leaders said, Scott, it's time to engage. I said, no, we've sent our appeals round. It's time to engage. No, don't worry.
There's time for
war
like Gaza and Israel now.
When the time comes, they will understand. Them themselves, everybody have conscience. Say, no, this youth have changed. Because they want us to come with the barricades. Because they know that normally,
to negotiate.
No, the barricade you will not see. Will be. I just pray.
Subtle.
Yeah,
appeal.
I just pray. All the youths in Nigeria decide to speak one voice, and this time around, some of them will be expecting. Let them criticize us so that we will not take it. Remember, their elders saying that lady is disrespectful. I didn't do it because he was disrespectful. I didn't do it because she was disrespectful. Or daddy, we don't want to be disrespectful. Please. Sure, you understand? So I pray it works, but if it doesn't work, they will change another strategy. So, I believe there's hope in this country.
Okay. I like your optimism. You're very hopeful that indeed Nigeria will get better, and in getting better, it will mean that the Nigerian youth, will be taught how to behave and will begin to change her strategy. We'll take a short break here. The program is State in Focus on Edo Broadcasting Service, and so far so good. I've had Comr Ogunseri, the president of the Niger Delta Students Union government, looking at some of the things that he has done and how he continues to appeal to relevant bodies, both private, public, partnership, to join in ensuring that the Nigerian youth gets the best of governance. We'll take a short break. When we come back, we'll look at some of the things that he intends to do to draw the attention of those in authority to the plight of the Nigerian youth in the Niger Delta.
Politics, governance, issues affecting the people, the economy, politics, governance, issues affecting the people, the economy, State in Focus, weekdays on EBS.
Yes, indeed. The youth are the leaders of tomorrow. That used to be a popular cliche that was often said. But today, the youth have decided that we cannot wait for tomorrow. We are yearning for today that we know about because of the level of economic starvation and economic downturn in our country. In the face of these challenges, the Nigerian youth is still determined and undaunted to make it despite all odds. And the president, I was just asking him a few questions before we went on a break. I was saying that for the Niger Delta youth, what are some of the things that you intend to do for them that will make them stand out from all other zones, as it were? What's going to be unique about you as a president? What are some of the things that you intend to do? You mentioned how you're organizing a 3D program and also a summit. But what else are you going to do that will be very tangible, maybe in the long term?
Okay, for the Niger Delta students and youths, during my campaign slogan was prosperity for Niger Delta students. When there's prosperity, there's peace. When there's prosperity, there'll not be bunkering. When there's prosperity, social vices will reduce, kidnapping will reduce,
Cultism
will reduce. Yeah. So, and how can this prosperity come to light? That's why we are calling on all the governors of Niger Delta. I also want to use media to appreciate His Excellency Governor Godwin Obaseki and his entire team, and also our mommy, the most beautiful first lady in the world, Ms. Bessie Obaseki. I've learned a lot from Edo. I've learned a lot from everyone in Edo. So that was why I chose that slogan, prosperity for all Niger Delta students. And what we intend doing in our biggest project we call the Student Summit, Entrepreneurship Summit. That summit is to hit the 9th state of Niger Delta physically. So we train students on different skills they want to learn and also get them a starter pack. So in this project, we have written our letters wanting to partner with the state governors, with the NDDC, with the Minister of Niger Delta, so that we can be able, because I know one person cannot do it alone. Just imagine some groups were pleading with the president to increase the budget of Niger Delta Commission the other day. So maybe with the little they have, they might not be able to chase these bogus plans that we have in total. But by the time the state government participates, NDDC participates, we get sponsorship from different, and I'm looking out to getting 1,500 students within my tenure to be CEOs, and those 1,000, give them a year or two, they will have more, create more jobs, and also teach more people. Aside being a student union leader, I'm also an entertainer. I'm a DJ. I know how many youth I've trained in the disc jockey business. So F5, after school, I can choose to fall back to my entertainment business. Do you understand? And
you have a lot of options.
Yeah, a lot of options. So I might not want to even look for the white collar job. I might not want to be a civil servant. So you understand? So that's why we want this summit to be successful, so that by the time we are done, the students will be well established. Yes, some governors are doing it already. Yes, Governor Obaseki have trained a lot of youths.
Yeah, in their job and the other creative.
The governor of Bayelsa have also done a lot. Governor of Bayelsa, the Bayelsa state have their student loan.
Okay.
Yeah, in existence even before the president announced his own. Even when in the student loan hearing, we were there. NIDSUG was there live to also contribute our quota. So with all we had in that student loan hearing in Abuja, and with all the inputs we gave, if Mr. President puts them to work, the student loan thing will be a very lovely initiative. And also on that note, one of my own contribution was we should look, student loan. let the students go to school, pay their school fees. We should also be thinking of how to give the students money to set up their business.
Yeah.
Yes, Mr. President don't want the student to leave. You don't want the youth to leave. You want everything possible to see how we can,
them to
stay back in Nigeria, because we are leaving Nigeria to go build other country. So Mr. President, we don't want to leave. We will not leave.
But
do
encourage.
do things that will make us not to leave. Sure, you understand?
So what are some of those things that the federal government needs to do to encourage the already few youths who are still here, determined to make Nigeria a good place?
Yes, one of them, like from the angle of the Niger Delta students. Just imagine we are able to support this entrepreneurship program, and everybody are not those scam initiative people are doing. I call it political entrepreneurship summit, where you give people 1 cup of rice. No, you give them 1 cup of rice. You snap with them with two bag of rice and 2 carton.
Oh.
You understand? That's what some persons do just for the high sum. We should do this thing selflessly. And if you are giving these people starter pack, buy it as if you are using it for yourself. Not going to buy them the China make that is not good or the low grade. Buy it as if you, Scott, I want to set up this business for myself. Like I told my friend, I said, the mixer I bought how many years ago, I'm still using it because I bought original. So when you are giving people starter pack, if it's original, it will stay long with them and they can be able to make money with it. But if not original, it will get spoiled. So actually, so many of these companies are doing a lot actually, but doing it in the wrong way. So we are begging them. You don't need to pay. For example, you want to do an initiative. You call on the youth bodies around the states or country. Call on the students' bodies. Let them lock themselves in a room. Let them create this idea. We are the people that is wearing this shoe. You are not a student. You are not a youth. Let us tell you what we want. Let us tell you how it can work. So when some of them make mistake, they go get managers who are sitting there in their parlor, in their AC, in their this thing, that have not moved around the creek, that have not moved around the streets to know what actually works.
Okay, what level of collaboration do you also have with the youth minister? Looking at the youth minister as a very young and vibrant person.
Yeah, the youth minister, I see a renew hope in her. Actually, I was in Abuja when we were being screened, and her deposition was lovely. I pray God strengthen her and the entire team to do much. To shock you, do you imagine that day? The day after they finished screening her, the next day, I already gone to drop letter in her office. It was there.
You were very optimistic that she'll be sworn and
it was there some of the workers in there say,
she has barely sat down.
The minister have not resumed office. I said, I just want this letter to be the first letter
that she will receive on arrival.
And they say, please, Scott, can you bring up the letter later? So whenever I'm going to Abuja, I will send our liaison person in Abuja to get the letter. So I believe a lot will be done. So there's no need to start talking anything yet because she will not actually, she just resume office. But to believe she have the youthfulness in her. It's not she's not a late youth. She's an early youth. So I believe she will know what the youth.
So more engagement should be done in that direction.
Yeah.
So that you can address the issues that concerns the youth. The issue of cultism in our tertiary institution has reached an alarming state, especially in the Niger Delta schools. What do you think is the missing link, or what continues to make these acts of cultism soar in these Niger Delta areas?
Cultism is not only in Niger Delta.
I haven't said that. I said that there is an increasing rate, especially.
It's everywhere. It's everywhere. It's not also only in Nigeria. It's everywhere. And this is one of the things I found out when when the bad aspects of our country or our region is what people promote. You understand?
But it's the reality that stares us in the face.
No, I agree.
Even in Edo State recently, we heard about the insurgence of cultism and that had to be stopped.
Yes, I agree with you. Yeah, but we should learn that culture, especially the press. Yeah, we should also learn to celebrate each of the step the youth takes, our sources, help us amplify our voice, so that whenever you call Niger Delta or you call Nigeria, you should not be hearing cultism, yahoo, kidnapping, bunkering. Also announce that there's one Scott Ogunseri who is a genius in this. There's one person in the creek who knows how to do it. You push.
But when the press does give the negative side to any issue, it's to draw the attention of government and the relevant bodies to look into those issues. So most times, it's always for the good of a situation that arises.
What about the image? The image. What's okay? I keep them now. They're talking about. Sorry, I'm trying to divert it. Actually, talking about cultism, talking about internet scam. Do you think we are the? Do you think we are the number one in the world? We are not. We are not. So
but an image we have built for ourselves. Don't you also think that it's time that we look inward and begin to review ourselves and begin to change our attitude?
Exactly. That's why me and the entire executive of Niger National Student Government, we are flagging up our campaign for against social vices on Wednesday. We've written our letter to the zonal commander of EFCC. We've written our letter to the DSS. Also, we want to flag up with the Commissioner of Police, the DSS, and the EFCC why we eat the streets and the campuses. I think this issue of cultism and every other social vices, we need to amplify the sensitization. Some of these youth and students, ignorance, here you get. So we need to increase the sensitization. Why those? If we increase sensitization, many of them will understand that some of them join these things without knowing. Like a story of what that I read on in one of our group chats. He said
lure them.
Yes, they don't know. So for example, if someone is saying follow me to a party, and you get to the party, and you're understanding the setting of the party is not the one you're thinking again, you should be able to know how to jabba. Move according to Pablo. Not to run. But sometimes the student or the youth
carried away.
Might be carried away or might not even understand that this is the mood of what is about to happen. So that's why this sensitization program needs
awareness.
It needs to be increased by everybody, to the markets, to everybody. So you understand me? So that by the time we are done, everyone embrace sensitization. If you're trying to lure this person to join this thing, say, I've heard a story before. I can't do it. Just like some of these scammers, I will tell you, I'm in this group chat, I want you to give me the code they just sent to you for the meeting.
We are all aware now, yeah. Something happened to my husband in this light just a couple of days ago.
Okay, so you're aware because of the sensitization. Do you understand?
So that's why we must continue to speak out.
Exactly.
And that's what we're doing now. We're sensitizing people, we're reconscientizing them and telling them that there is nothing to gain in cultism or in social vices, especially in our schools, in our society. But I also like to find out from you about rounding off the recent plea or recent agreement by the members of Senate that they want to purchase 130 million Padro vehicles, luxurious vehicles, exotic vehicles for them. And they say that, well, it's their due. The law allows them, to purchase new vehicles. In your own thinking as a youth, is this the right time for that to be done? Or was it done in a good faith?
Yeah, sincerely, it's not the right time. That's what an average Nigerian will tell you. But now let's go into. I've been wanting not
What's the
to.
constitution say?
Yeah, I've been wanting not to discuss this with anybody. So many people have wanted Scott, give us your input on this. I've been because of my belief. But now you just said something that they said is the right.
Yes, they say the constitution allows them to do so.
Good, top up. Honorables, is your right. Get the card, use it. Then it's our right to be good too. You guys should make us good.
No, but if it's their right to ride or to buy these vehicles to the detriment of the average Nigerian who barely can eat, for me, isn't it an act of insensitivity?
I think these people, there's something they're not telling us. Maybe there's money. They don't want us to know there's money. Because if we are saying economy is bad, this, that, and we can say buy these cars.
It's an irony.
Yeah, then there should also be money. Then they buy. Then let them do the necessary things that we need.
Good roads, provide good health.
If you like you buy millions of those cars, and we are seeing all these basic amenities. There's bursary for us. No, won't care. So, Oga Senator, Oga Asofred, it seems where this money of this SUV came out from. I think more can still come outside for our international summit, our youth, our east-western roads, our schools that are not okay. You know, please, where that money came out from, people should try and bring some and help us tell the Mr. President to do something. Like one part of my press briefing, I said, now everyone is running down. I want to school in Canada. I want to school in this. I want to school in that. Do you know if these ministries, this government, and this federal government pick up just two schools in each state and make it international standard? People will not go.
They will not go.
Yes. Then what are they teaching them there?
You replicate it here.
Yeah. Then also people will not go. Trust me, people will not go. But we are just learning in the hard way.
Okay.
That's why if you put a Nigerian down anywhere,
you will do well outside here.
You will do, because if you can do well in this country,
as hard as it is,
if you get to it, you become a champion.
Okay, your last words to every youth watching you, both in Niger Delta, both outside Niger Delta. What is that one thing that you say to them now that a number of youths do not believe in the country? They all want to jackba and they continue to jackba. What is that one thing that you can say to them that can keep them going?
Jackba is not the option, even if you believe it's the option. Great Nigeria youth, great Niger Delta students, I want this medium to beg, in as much that we understand that the society is not friendly, but this renewed hope, just as the way the president has said, we should believe in this renewed hope, even though you don't see it coming, or even though you see it coming. Just believe and keep being the best you can be. Shun social vices, shun anything that you think that can put you behind the bar. Be prayerful, pick up a skill. As you're in that school, ensure you pick up a skill. Okay, a skill that you have passion in. In case your BSc cannot get you this job, that skill can get you this job. And also be respectful. Be respectful and always remember where you're from. Yeah? Say no to drugs. Drugs is actually killing a lot of youth right now. It doesn't end, it doesn't solve anything. Say no to drugs. Yeah? And also be a good ambassador of this country. This country will be good. It will be good. It's our
Thank
country.
you.
And don't think the idea of jackba. If we all build America, build UK, build Canada, who will build this country for us? Nigeria is sweet. Let's join hands with you.
What a fine place to leave it. For him, Nigeria is sweet. We wish we all can say the same thing. But now that it appears that he's eating, he's no longer talking. Let's also pray that in that same street, we'll all have a sweeter Nigeria. I'd like to say thank you to Comrade Scott Ogunseri for coming on the program. Comrade Scott Ogunseri is the National President, Niger Delta Students Union Government. I'd like to thank you for coming.
Thank you. Thank you.
All right, let's do this again on Wednesday, God willing. State in Focus comes your way on Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. God bless Nigeria. God bless Nigerian youth. and God bless you all. Bye-bye.
Politics, governance, issues affecting the people, the economy, State in Focus, weekdays on EBS.